How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white bitch get you 50 mil? You offer the pink toe Peckerwood 10 million.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z.
Well, yeah, Ocho brought your name up a couple times.
Shannon really don't like me.
You know what?
I done call all the football players, man, big old dumb stupid ass. You know, so.
Charleston White didn't just talk about Shannon Sharpe. He went after him with everything he had, like a man who had something important to prove. He held nothing back and didn't stop himself, and he made it very clear that he wasn't afraid of any trouble that might come from it. Charleston said directly that Shannon's time was over. According to Charleston, Shannon gave up who he really was a long time ago to become famous in Hollywood. Shannon thought that being famous and being on TV would always keep him safe. But now, Charleston says, the same famous people and Hollywood types that Shannon tried to make happy are the ones watching him fail. And Charleston was right there, happily telling the story of Shannon's downfall as it happened.
Smile.
How you at the gym and you let this 20-year-old, damn near teeny bop, little old young white bitch get you 50 mil? You offer the pink toe Peckerwood 10 million. Y'all know I got to get on. I got to get on Shannon Sharpe's ass now. Now, for one, he too mean to the bitches. I already knew he boy too mean to the bitches. I keep telling y'all, I'm the favorite uncle. I'm the uncle that they ain't got no dirt on me. They trying to throw dirt on me. They've been trying to do everything. Now, he kind of been hating on me a little bit. Now look at him. Hey, listen, boy, no, maybe he don't know. Maybe this uncle is a little lame. I'm the uncle with the game. That's why I stay at the strip club with real hoes. When you dealing with hoes and you ain't got these problems. You dealing with these little bitches just trying to hit a lick. You dealing with a young 20-year-old conniving, manipulative, low-down, white. I'm talking about a dirty, funky hunky.
He brought up that old story about Shannon Sharpe, the one where Shannon said he was so careful that he wouldn't even get on an elevator by himself with a woman just to avoid any problems. But now, Charleston pointed out, Shannon was letting a young woman run up on him at the gym like it was some kind of funny TikTok video. Charleston made a huge joke out of this, saying that Shannon used to act all proper and like he was doing the right thing, but now he was out here making himself look foolish in public. He said that's what happens when a man forgets his roots. And Charleston wasn't finished with just that one gym story. He made it clear that this problem between him and Shannon had been building up for a long, long time.
Wow. I done offended and insulted everybody. Yeah. But you gotta understand, homie, I done said some horrible things about Dion and the boys. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this an alumni.
Yeah, that's why.
I said some horrible things about Dion is the modern day Bill Cosby and them boys is Theo Huxtable and yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's the modern day of that.
Cause it'll be messing up his.
This is the Fresh Prince and Bel-Air family.
Yeah.
So we idolize this family. Dion is the ideal father in the black community. This is So and here I am attacking him in his toe in his boy.
Yeah.
So now them all sick of my I attack him his toe in his boy. It jumped on P. Lloyd.
Charleston said Shannon has had a problem with him for years. It started when Charleston began making fun of football players for acting dumb and for making fun of Deion Sanders for his perfect Father of the Year act. Charleston admitted he says some wild things, but he stands by what he says. He thinks Shannon didn't like it because the jokes felt a little too true. To Charleston, Shannon is just a part of a fake TV world where everyone acts too polished, too safe, and too controlled. He said that fake image is finally starting to break, and now everyone can see the truth. He said Shannon has forgotten where he came from now that he has all that TV money. He accused Shannon of turning his back on the kind of people who originally supported him. Charleston bragged that he, on the other hand, still shows love to the streets and the people who move in silence. He said Shannon went corporate and is now trying to fit in with a crowd that will never truly respect him. Charleston said Shannon probably thought that if he dressed nicely, talked softly, and smiled for the cameras, he would be safe. But Charleston warned that Hollywood doesn't love you, it just uses you. Then, Charleston brought up the big lawsuit that has everyone talking about Shannon. He said a woman, using the name Jane Doe, is suing Shannon for sexual assault and battery. He pointed out that the legal complaint is a long 13 pages. He also made it clear that this woman is different from the one involved in Shannon's messy Instagram Live moment last year. This means it might not be just a one-time mistake, but a pattern of behavior. The story got even bigger when he mentioned the woman's lawyer is Tony Busby, who is famous for going after huge celebrities like Jay-Z and Diddy.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty.
Charleston said that Shannon walked right into a trap because he completely forgot who he was and where he came from. He explained that when Shannon got all that TV money and fame, he started moving differently, thinking he was untouchable. But according to Charleston, that's exactly when you become the most vulnerable. He said Shannon only started acting like a victim after everything blew up. It was too late by then. He was posting screenshots of texts and crying on social media about being set up, but the damage to his reputation was already done. The story was out there, and people had already made up their minds. Charleston just laughed at Shannon's defense that this was all a scam, a plot by the woman and her lawyer to squeeze $50 million out of him. He said that story didn't make any sense. He said if Shannon had any real street smarts, he would have known better than to get caught up with a young woman who moves like that. A man with experience, Charleston said, knows the rules. You stick with women who already understand the game, the ones from the same world you came from, because they know how to handle business quietly. He was really fired up, shouting that when you deal with real, experienced women, you don't end up with these kinds of public, messy lawsuits. Those women know how to keep things player. But Shannon, he was chasing something else. He was chasing validation from the wrong crowd, trying to impress women who didn't understand the price of fame or the rules of the street. Charleston said Shannon got played because he thought his fame and money made him too slick to get caught. He thought he could play in a dangerous game without facing any consequences. But Charleston said this whole downfall wasn't about bad luck or a simple setup. It was about Shannon's own choices. He made the decision to trade his real, authentic self for a clean, polished Hollywood image. And in the end, that decision backfired on him in the worst way. Charleston explained it like this. Shannon left his old life behind, thinking he had found a safer, better world in Hollywood. But he was wrong. That glittery world was never really his home. The moment he forgot his roots, the moment he turned his back on the people and the culture that built him up, was the moment he started losing control of his own story. He spent years and years carefully cleaning up his image, trying to become this perfect, respectable TV star. But now, he's been dragged right back into the same kind of messy, public drama he thought he had escaped for good. And according to Charleston, that is the real lesson in all of this.